Welcome everyone. I'm staying at the Iberostar Las Dalias in Tenerife, in sunny Costa Adeje here in Tenerife. Look at the amazing view I've got beside me. This is my last day here in Tenerife, and I'm just sitting out here where I'm going to let you guys know if you should book this hotel. I'm going to do a full review, start to finish, to let you guys know if it's worth booking here at the Iberostar Las Dalias Hotel. So we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to first of all talk about check-in, and then food, then the pool, then the entertainment, then the drinks, and then the overall experience. So I'm just going to dive straight into it, guys, and start with check-in. Now, check-in was pretty simple. We arrived at the hotel from the airport, quick journey, private transfer, no hassle whatsoever. And we were immediately greeted by a drink and smiling staff, which is great, especially when you're arriving at night time. And we checked in without any queues. We went straight up to the counter, and she immediately told us what room we were going to be in. We were happy with the floor we were going to be in, and we didn't question the room or ask for an upgrade or anything like that. But she did say upgrades were available for €45 per day for a pool view. We were on a mountain view, which I've got no question about this room whatsoever. This is a beautiful room, room 737. The full room tour is on my channel right now, where you can check out the full room tour. She immediately told us about some of the terms and conditions. €3 for the safe per day. We paid this, but what we didn't notice was that the safe is actually loose. It's not attached to anything. You could actually just carry the safe. So that is not very good, because technically anybody could just steal a safe. So that's unlikely to happen on holiday, but in the occasionally chance that something like that did happen, it would be easy to take. So €3 a day for the safe. You pay that when you hand your card over. You need to hand over a credit card or debit card. We handed over a credit card, we just charged it to the card, no problem whatsoever. So I want to talk about room now. So we're in room 737. I've got no issues with this room whatsoever. It's clean. It was enough space. We had a water fountain outside where we had the cups that we could fill it up, and that made it good to have fresh water every single night. The shower was excellent. The toilet was just a toilet. I mean, it's just nothing special there. And obviously the view and the sitting out area with 2 seats, perfect. That's all you need in a holiday. This is paradise sitting out here, and you've not got the noisy side of the pool, so we like a bit quieter side. So it's completely up to you guys and what you are thinking. So we're on the 7th floor, which is the highest floor on this side. It goes up to 9 floors pool view. Okay, what is the food like here at Las Dalias? My overall experience, now everybody will be different here, right? Everybody has a different mind on the food. Now remember, this is a 4-star hotel. So the food itself, now I've done some food vlogs. I've done breakfast, lunch and dinner on the channel. So you can check that out to let me know if you think it's worth coming here. But overall, I am not happy with the food. I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. There's not much selection whatsoever. You've got all these islands, but most of them are the same. Two of them on each end are the same. The one with the live cooking, that's the only one that has different things. But they're mostly like, you get pizzas every night for dinner. The lunch are the same, burgers and chicken. Everything in that section is roughly the same. Paella, chips. There's nothing really different, apart from they do have theme nights, and you do notice it because you do see there's maybe fajitas one night, but it's not just, it's chicken or beef, but they don't give you any like sour cream or anything like that. So you're kind of like walking about to go to the salad bar to find out how to put stuff on and stuff like that. So you're walking about everywhere. So I don't rate the food. Breakfast is terrible. Like wait till you see the breakfast on my channel, and it's me, I just had a BLT. I made a BLT, but it took me like 10 minutes just to find all that stuff. So it wasn't just one area. I had to walk around the whole area just to find tomatoes and onions and stuff like that. So not the food's not for me. Will I be returning? We'll find out at the end. But the food, no, I don't rate it whatsoever. You guys can judge for yourself. It's different in preference. I spoke to people who like the food. I've spoke to people who didn't like the food. So it's 50-50. I mean, you either like it or don't. Just for a 4-star hotel, there's not much selection. I mean, the desserts, give you an example, the desserts is a 2-metre table, basically, and that's the desserts. One on each end, both the same, ice cream, that's it. So you make up your mind, guys. Right, let's talk about overall pool area. The most important thing of your holiday, are the pools excellent? The question is, or the answer to your question is, they're okay. They do get busy with kids. This is a family-friendly hotel. This is not your adults-only relaxed time. You can go for a swim and you're not going to have any kids jumping over your head. That happens. The pools are quite small. They say they're 1.5 metre deep. They tell a lie. The heated pool, the big one, is like 1.8, and the small one is about 1.5. That's not heated. They're both salt pools. I had no issue whatsoever with the salt pools. I mean, people get put off by the pools, but personally, I've got no issue unless you didn't drink it. But I mean, the pool was fine. It was busy all the time. The first week we came, it was still a school week, so it was really busy with kids, with floats and stuff like that. It went quieter, maybe half quieter, but it was still kids in the pool. So it is a family hotel based for families. So we had no issue. I like the entertainment and stuff they put on and stuff around the pool as well. So I've got no issues with the pool. There's a video, a full tour, where I show the pool on my video. So check that out. Is it closer to the end of the video? Entertainment. Entertainment. You need good entertainment when you come on holiday here in Tenerife, because this is an all-inclusive hotel. You want to have some drinks at the hotel. So you want to enjoy sitting with a cocktail or a drink, watching a couple of shows. The kids love their shows because they obviously got the kids shows. So at 8:30 they have the kids show for half an hour where they do the same stuff every night. It's the same different people every night, but it's the same songs every night. It's all based on helping the environment, clean water, pick up rubbish and stuff like that. So it's all songs based on teaching kids to recycle and stuff like that. So it's all based on that. And then you're followed by a 30-minute just music, and then it comes a show at 9:30 to 10:30. There's one night it does it till 11 o'clock, which is like the disco night, where they go mental with lasers and everything. So if you've got any, if you can't sit there with lasers going about, then that night's not going to be for you. But yeah, the entertainment overall is okay. In fact, the entertainment staff are bubbly. They're, they're fun. You know what I mean? You can't fault the entertainment staff whatsoever. It's just the choice of entertainment. I would like to see a bit more entertainment, like more than an hour. And after that, you're basically sitting just a wee bit of light music after that. And I totally understand that people need to go to bed. And the bar outside shuts at 11:30. So that's fine, but I would like to have seen a bit more for adults. And some of the shows that were meant to be on never happened during my time here in Las Dalias. So there was maybe a magic show, never happened. There was meant to be a acrobatic show, never happened. And the reason I got for this was they cancelled up to 15 minutes before. So then they had to try and put something on, which was kind of like the same stuff as what they've been doing. And you're thinking, well, I've just came down to watch a magic show, or if you've got the kids, you come down and watch it with the kids, and nothing happens. But they don't make an announcement to tell you, sorry, the show has been cancelled. So you're sitting there thinking you're about to see the show that you've been looking forward to, and boom, it doesn't happen. But the best show was The Greatest Showman. That was like the one of the feature shows. That was a really, really good show. So entertainment, good. Pool games, good. They do like pool, darts, 12 o'clock every single day, mixture. what do they do? Obviously aqua aerobics. You can see some of that in the pool just now. I'll show you some of that. The foam party, check this out. You know what I mean? Check this video out. You know what I mean? So this is the foam party in Las Dalias. They have this every Friday, and it's fun. It's fun. It does get really foamy in there. So yeah, it's definitely fun. They do make it a good experience to be in a foam party, but obviously not in a nightclub situation. But it's a fun situation to be in. That was probably one of my best things to go in to try out, was the foam party. But that was, I enjoyed that. They do have some other things around the pool. They have floats, so they have I think once every 2 weeks they have castles built up, and it's like an assault course in the pool, and then you got water polo and stuff like that, and that's fun. I enjoyed that. Apart from that, it's mostly like some dancing going about. You've got a guy playing music maybe 1 day a week, 2 days a week, and you've got a fashion show at some point as well. They're selling clothes by the pool as well. Yeah, it's just, the entertainment was fine. No problem with entertainment. Would I come back for the entertainment? Of course I would. I mean, everybody loves pool entertainment. You know what I mean? Like, who doesn't love pool entertainment? Right, let's talk about the adults only section. This is for adults only, and it's a separate area from the pool where you can go to get peace and quiet for kids. Kids can't go there. The only downside to this adults only area is by the smoking area. Now, smoking is banned. Smoking and vaping is banned from the hotel. You can do it outside on your balcony or in the designated smoking areas, which is basically the area next to the adults only bit. And most of the people do this, but vaping is a big issue because people are not abiding by the rules and it's not being enforced. So at one point you could have 4 people around you all vaping when you're sitting watching a show at night, and all you see is a cloud of smoke every direction. You're breathing that in. Now you either need to go and say something, or you need to go to reception and complain about it, and they'll send someone down to tell them. But overall they should be making announcements and have signs, because it technically is against the rules not to smoke and vape. The smoking wasn't an issue, people actually abide by that rule. It was a vaping issue. People didn't see it as a problem. But when you've got 150 people outside trying to enjoy the show and half of them are vaping, should you have to breathe all that in? Your kids breathing in. You don't know what they've put in there. Some of the people had, like, you know what I mean, the C word in it, some of the stuff in it, and you're smelling that and you can smell it. And do you want your kids breathing that in? I wouldn't. So that was a downside for me. I mean, you can't stop everybody, but at the end of the day, people should respect people around them. And apart from the smoking thing, which was fine, not had any issues with that for non-smokers, the vaping issue was a big and massive issue for me. But at the end of the day, we're on holiday and it's up to the hotel to enforce these rules that they make. But you can politely ask someone by the pool or at night time, listen, can you move away? I don't want my kids breathing that in. They should be politeful and do what you say, but you know what, you're on holiday and people just don't care. So adults only area, good wee jacuzzi pool, a wee bit to dip your feet in. If you've seen my live on a video I done when I was in the adults only area, I actually fell and tripped on live on camera. It was actually a Kodak moment, I tell you. I should put it on You Being Framed. Honestly, it was mental. I just lost my footing, but it's safe. You know what I mean? The floor is not slippery. It was just me holding my phone at the time. I wasn't concentrating. But the jacuzzi pool is excellent. Not got a problem with the jacuzzi pool. It's colder than the normal pools. The area where you dip your feet, that's freezing. That's always shaded. That's why they've made it that area. There's a massage area up there. There's lots of beds up there. It doesn't get busy up there, so it's quiet. And it's just a bit more respectful. The only thing is you've got to walk past the smoking area if you're a non-smoker to get to it. So you could have 10 people smoking and then you walk over and you're going past all this fucking smell. So you make a decision if that is comfortable for you or not. Okay, so now let's talk about overall area by the pool and facilities. Now there's toilets there next to the pool tables. They've got a watering fountain there, males and females. That's the only outdoor pool area toilets available. You can use the inside one next to the restaurant. So you can use A ones, however the pool ones are at the corner next to the pool table. If you're on the other side, you have to walk over. So that might be an issue for you. It wasn't an issue for me because we always stayed. The best spot for us was to stay next to that side. So away from the pool, the edges of the pool, and away from the pool. There was lots of sunbeds, a bit too much sunbeds. They were close together. And if you are, a wee bit more overweight or, a bit bigger at the end of the day, we all need space, we all need to be comfortable. It was a bit of an issue. But I recommend putting one bed over another bed and spreading it out. That was the easiest way to make there was always lots of beds. We did not come down early in the morning to put towels down. There was always beds. I wasn't going to be these people at 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning, running for a bed, putting towels on, thinking, I need to get my bed in the morning. No, there's plenty of beds. It doesn't matter where you're sitting, unless you like being by the pool, because they're the ones that always goes first, the ones round the pool. But the ones away from the pool, you're still getting great sunlight. I even put a TikTok up saying this is probably the best spot, because I've got the sun all day, and it's shaded as well, because I've got the, I've got the thing I can put up, and it was easy and simple to use. So if I want a shade, I can have shade. The beds were comfortable. I like the wee slot. It comes up, and you put your ass down, and it keeps you in. And the beds were so comfortable, actually. I really liked the beds. But overall, that area, fine. Everything's clean and tidy. No any issues. I love how you can just go up to and get yourself a drink, the beer, the fresh juice, the water. Brilliant. Help yourself instead of going to the bar waiting for ages if there was a queue. Not a problem whatsoever. Outdoor snack bar. Good. It's what you need in a snack bar. Just simple. The only issue for me is that they never had the food out on time. It was maybe 12 o'clock open after breakfast, so they have breakfast outside the table. So all the stuff that goes inside goes outside, and they do like people late breakfast basically. But the snack bar was never ready. The chips, he was always making more chips than anything, thinking people just want chips. So the snack bar, to me, didn't be all out until 1 o'clock. So it was an hour late for me, or your wings and your burgers and stuff like that. He was just cooking. One guy was doing it all himself, which is, obviously, I don't understand why they've got one person doing all this, trying to do multiple things at once. People are asking him, if you got cheese, you got bacon, you got this and that, and he's running about, gone mental. Like, he should be starting preparing his food an hour before the snack bar opens, so it's all open, ready to go. But for them, they don't see it as an issue. But when people turn up at 12:10, and they've still got breakfast there that's kind of burnt, they're thinking, what the hell, is it still breakfast? So that was an issue, but the snack bar was good when we had it. Outdoor drinks. Let's talk about drinks now. Let's talk about the variety of drinks. Now, drinks itself were fine. Beer was fine. Spirits was fine. You could have Absolute vodka. You could have Smirnoff vodka. You need to ask for it, or you'll get the local drink. The gin was good. The missus loved the gin. It was Gordon's gin. They were all included in the all-inclusive. However, the cocktail situation, probably the worst cocktails I've had on holiday. First of all, they don't know how to make cocktails properly. 2, everybody made it different. And every time you went back to the bar, you got the same person. They always made it different from the first time. So it was never the same consistency, if I got that right, that word correct. It wasn't the same, if you know what I mean. And that was an issue for us, because they did have a list of cocktails, but it wasn't what we expected the cocktails to be. Like a strawberry daiquiri should be mixed in a blender, mixed in, and then you give it out frozen strawberry daiquiri. To them, a strawberry daiquiri is putting some ice in, you know what I mean? Ice in, putting the strawberry daiquiri in and giving it to you. So then you've got chunks of ice like a strawberry. I mean, it's not a strawberry daiquiri. A strawberry daiquiri is when you mix it in. It's, you know, what I mean, it's smooth. But their idea is the strawberry daiquiri is just put some ice in it and chuck the stuff in, which is already pre-made. So they just chuck it in and give it. But every time you got one, it was always different. It was always a different taste. It's like they put too much alcohol or too much less in. It was never the same. And that was the same with other cocktails we tried. It just, they couldn't get it right. The missus did not enjoy the cocktails whatsoever. So for me, the cocktails were a thumbs down, a big no-no. They need to improve that, especially a 4-star hotel. A 4-star hotel. And I'll let you make your mind up if you think this is a 4-star hotel, because I'm obviously showing you all the pictures I've took over my 2 weeks here in Tenerife when we're talking about this. So you're seeing that overlap in me speaking just now. So it'll give you an idea of what I'm talking about and give you an idea to make up your mind when you come here to Tenerife. And lastly, I want to talk about the area we're staying in, because it's very important that we talk about the area and what facilities we have round about this place, and bars, restaurants if you're going out for dinner. Now we're in Costa Adeje. It's a wee bit more hilly in Costa Adeje than Las Americas. We're right next to a shopping centre. We've got some bars. We've got the Scotch corner in the corner. We've got an Irish bar. We've got the Irish Rovers along there as well. We've got the beer garden. Great cocktails at the beer garden. Go and check it out. And then we've got a wee bit the other side next to the other Iberostar, where you've got some bars along there and Chinese along there, all you can eat as well, which was okay for the price, €13 for an all you can eat Chinese. Not got a problem with that. The bars are fine. Some of them only take cash though. That's the biggest problem. I paid by card and I used my Monza card, and I don't pay fees. And I was getting the €1.17 exchange rate on my card. So I was using my card for everything, basically, paying my drinks. But some places were cash only, which I was like, oh, what do you mean cash only? And I was thinking, right, okay, well, I've not got enough money. And I went to the cash machine and they were trying to give me money for €1.02. So for me to take out €50 was going to cost me more in pounds. So it was going to cost me like £56, because I had to pay a transition fee as well. And I'm thinking to myself, transaction fee, and I'm thinking to myself, so I'm just going to spend more money to take money out to stay out for a drink. There's no actually any point. So make sure you have some money when you go to these bars, because some of them do take cash only. Well, most of them at night time are cash only, but your fancy ones will take card. But the overall entertainment starts at 10 and they have to close their doors at 12, and then it's karaoke or something inside if they can close their doors. If they can't close their doors, they'll put on light music till maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. But then what's the point if you're not getting any bit of entertainment, because you're paying premium prices to stay out and enjoy some entertainment. Because we got a cocktail, Mrs. got a cocktail and I got a dorada, and it came to €9.50. So you're paying more than what you are anywhere else during the day. You can get a pint dorada in Tenerife for €1 in a couple of places. €1.50 is common, €2 is more common, €2.50 for your fancier places, and €3 for your more fancier places. So depending where you want to go, Bora Bora, I've done a video on that when I took the mobility scooter along, tried to find a couple of euro pints. I found 2 places in Adeje, 2 places in Las Americas that do €1 pints, open all day. They say they do it all the time. So you can drink cheap at the end of the day. So you make your own mind up if you want to stay in the hotel or go out and explore the area, enjoy a couple of drinks. But everybody's different. I enjoyed staying around here. It's a wee bit hilly coming up here. If you've got mobility issues, that may be an issue, but you can hire mobility scooters, not a problem. Just go online. I hired my mobility scooter from Scooby-Doo. It cost me €85, and I was quite happy that I had it for the week, and I used it 3 or 4 times, and it was just so easy to get around, especially when you hurt your ankle. And before anybody puts out there that why have I got a mobility scooter, why am I allowed one, I do have a disabled card, so I'm technically allowed one, but realistically they don't ask you. Let's be honest, it's like Benidorm, you can hire one regardless if you've got disability or not disability. You're not taking away from anybody else because there's hundreds of them. So then you say, oh, you're taking a mobility scooter away from someone else. That's nonsense. There's hundreds of them. They're selling them every day. Excursions. I got my excursions from Tenerife, First Excursions, great company. Dan, go and see him, he's on TikTok as well. He'll give you a discount. The excursion I done with the quads, I vlogged it on my channel, you can go and see it. You can get 10% off if you use my code Edinburgh10 or EDIN10. You get 10% off. Dan might give you more discount if you're booking multiple trips, so you can get up to 30% discount if you book multiple. I don't know how many, maybe 2, maybe 3, 4 trips. He'll give you a multiple discount, a bigger discount than 10%. Go and check him out. He's actually got a channel called The Crackmaster. He does Tenerife videos. He's obviously First Tenerife quads, which I went on. Brilliant company. Quads were excellent. I mean, they were fast. It was relaxation. You get to see some incredible sights. No issues whatsoever with booking him whatsoever. It's safe, convenient. It's only 5 minutes walk from here. Just down the hill in the Las Dalias. The Iberostar, the other one. The Bougainville, just down there, if you walk down there. And I've got to say that he's a gentleman, so go and book with Tenerife First Excursions, guys. Overall food in the area, my best meal was at Bobby's Free, which is in Indian, just down basically by the Bougainville. Bobby's Free, Indian, €36. We had starters and a main course, naan, rice. I had 2 beers, she had 1 drink and a Coke, and it came to 36 with 30% off if you book on TripAdvisor. And because it lets you know, book now, 30% off. They run that promotion mostly all the time. And you wouldn't think of the place as being anything when you walked in. It's not a fancy restaurant, but it's really, really nice. The food was excellent. It was better than Tandoori Hut. It was better than the Chinese I had at Taipan. That was well overpriced. The Taipan Chinese, don't go there. Why spend €90 on a meal that you can get? A Chinese we had last night cost us €49, and we had more and we enjoyed it more and it was more tasty than that massive posh place. You see a big massive posh place and you're thinking, oh, we need to go there, it's number 2 on TripAdvisor. Well, it's number 2 on TripAdvisor because like people are paying ridiculous prices, like €18 for a shredded chicken, when you could go to another Chinese that's got kind of good, just under 5-star reviews, and they do a shredded chicken for €6 or €7. So you got to think, why are they charging the price? Well, it's because they've got a fancy building. You know what I mean? That's all they've got. So no, I don't recommend them whatsoever. So the best in the inn, Bobby's Free, and the Chinese. I can't remember what the Chinese was called. Oh, I can't remember. I'll get back to you on that. I'll put it in the comments what the Chinese was called, but it was gorgeous. I had it last night. Gorgeous. Right, ladies and gentlemen, you've had basically a massive insight there on my stay here in Las Dalias in Tenerife. Now you just need to make up your own mind if you want to stay in this hotel, but I'm going to give you my overall review. Is this a 4-star hotel? In my mind, no. This is more like a 3-star plus hotel. This is not a 4-star hotel. The food needs to be better. The service is good. The pool is okay. The pool's a bit small for my liking, but everybody's different. The entertainment could be a wee bit more, but at the end of the day, everybody has different preferences. The room we're staying in is okay, but I can see there's some rooms that people might not like. We're lucky, we got on the 7th floor. This was a basic double, so we've been technically upgraded because basic doubles only happen on the 1st, 2nd and 3rd floor, looking at the mountain, but you're technically looking at the car park because you've got a big massive wall on the entrance. So we were lucky, we got a good room, we didn't pay any extra. But should you book here at Las Dalias, well, you can make up your own mind if you think. You can look at all my reviews, you can look for yourself. I've done a lot of reviews in this hotel. My personal experience is it just wasn't a 4-star for me. The missus agrees with that too. We're not fussy whatsoever, but we paid a lot of money for this hotel and we could have got a better hotel for the same price or even just a wee bit more. But overall, we've enjoyed the trip here. We're not going to let that ruin everything. Overall, we're fine, we're happy, we stayed, we've experienced it. Will we come back? That is the question. The answer is no. We will not be booking at Las Dalias in Costa again, unless I was paid to come here. But no, they need to make a few upgrades, definitely 100%, and hopefully they do that. Hopefully, because it's all about feedback. It's all about making people's experience a bit better. Can't please everybody. You know what I mean? People I spoke to liked the food, people I spoke to didn't like the food, people I spoke to didn't like the entertainment, people I spoke to were complaining about the kids in the pool, you know what I mean? Or other things, you know what I mean? The beer or the service. I mean, everybody was complaining about different things. There was people complaining about their room when I went to reception to order a taxi. And talking about taxis, don't get scammed with the local taxis. Don't use Uber first of all, because they're the biggest scam going ever. But local taxis are cheap. However, they've got a habit of charging you extras. Now, when you get phoned from the hotel, it should be 60 cents. It shouldn't be any more unless you're going far out, and then they can charge a wee bit more in extras because you're going to a different district. But it should be 60 cents. But they've got a habit at the end of the trip clicking it up to €2.70. There's a maximum they can put it at. And some people didn't notice it, but I noticed it. So that happened twice with me. And last night coming back, it was €2.10. It was 60 cents, then it went to €2.10. And I said to them, I told them I'm not paying that. And they asked for a receipt. Always ask for a receipt because they've got to take it off, take a picture as well. If you're not happy. I know it's only €2, but think about if this was €2 for everybody, look how much money they're taking off of everybody. And the biggest thing is, I would have tipped more. If it was €7, I would have given them 10. So if it was €6, I probably would have given them 10 as well. So you kind of like thinking, well, the taxis are cheap, so why are you doing that when you're probably going to get more in tips anyway? And when they do that, I just basically say, well, you know what, that's your €2 tip. You just messed yourself up for getting a tip now, because you've just charged me what I would give you probably in a tip. But they shouldn't be doing it. They're doing it because we think we're tourists and we're dumb and something like that, and nobody questions it. But this is your money. You know what I mean? If you're budgeting, they shouldn't be trying to take more money off you, and especially changing it last minute. The locals, the woman at reception gets taxis to work. She says they don't charge you anything. So I've checked with the taxi firm, I've checked with a local English taxi driver that works here, and he says they're chancing the luck. They're basically chancing the luck. They're pressing the button, they're not getting monitored like you do back in the UK, and they're chancing the luck. So what you make up your own mind what you want to do about that. But you know what I mean, for me, I had to say something, and I did. I wasn't happy whatsoever. So you can use the local buses as well, which are cheap. I think it's £2.10 for the local buses one way. I didn't think it matters how many stops you're going to, but I got a couple of buses and it was €2.10. Aircon buses, couldn't be busy, can be busy sometimes, but not a problem whatsoever, guys. Anyway, I'm going to end the video there, my friends. I hope this review of the Las Dalias in Tenerife has gave you some insight into the hotel. I hope it's helped in making your decision. If you've got any feedback and comments, please put them in the comments. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit that thumbs up, because it's completely free, and hitting that thumbs up helps the channel push out the video a lot, so thank you very much for that. But if you've got any questions about the hotel, you can either email me, emails in the about section, or you can send me a message in the comments below and I'll get back to you. But I just want to say, from Tenerife, take care, and I'll catch you later, guys.